What's going on, guys? It's your boy Andy Matrix and fan service, fan service, fan service. You know, I always talk about anime from the 1990s and the early 2000s. Back then, there really wasn't much fan service. Well, unless you want to call Sailor Moon fan service, then that is a different story. However, it seems like this whole fan service thing really kicked off in the late 2000s and early 2010s. Ah, yes, the 2010s. The 2010s was the dawn of the crazy.
Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States. President Obama is the ex-president. And Mr. Trump, for the moment, steps up.
The dawn of the WOKE. There seemed to be more fan service anime popping out left and right during that time. As anime became more popular and the Japanese knew that they would make more money overseas, they started to push the idea of more girls with big tatas, if you know what I'm talking about. Now, like I said, fan service has existed for decades, but now it seems to be on steroids. Like, every anime's gotta have 2 or 3 sexy chicks with big tatas and half naked, which many people in the West are now offended by that. Like, oh my god. Oh my god, this girl is so cute, plump, and sexy. I better cover my eyes.
Horrible!
To which I call BS. We all know that the same people who criticize sexy anime girls are the same people choking the chicken and being a predator towards minors.
Damn!
Well, enough said. But seriously, the question is there too much fan service? Has it gone too far? Is fan service ruining anime? Now, like anybody else, I like me some hot babes as much as the next guy. However, comparing fan service back then and now, it seems that there is unnecessary fan service. I will admit to that. Let me explain. So, when Naruto was booming in the early 2000s, we all know how Naruto liked to use the Sexy Jutsu to turn himself into a chick, right? That was fan service, but that was towards the beginning of the anime. After the first few episodes, it got more serious. I can't really recall there being any fan service in an anime like Yu Hakusho. However, something like Black Lagoon has something called natural fan service. It's because Revi, right? She's one of the main characters. She's a badass girl that many guys would want as their dominitrix. So, you see, when it comes to the mainstream shonen anime, the fan service is very low-key. It was not important. They would have 2 or 3 hot babes just for eye candy, but it never went beyond that. Now, I think about it. Now that I think about it, even romance comedy anime was not as lewd as it is now. If we go back to something like Love Hina, despite of anime having so many female characters throughout the anime, most girls were actually covered up in Love Hina. Yeah. I cannot say the same thing about Golden Boy. Remember that one? Golden Boy? Golden Boy traveled around Japan working odd jobs, and he would always meet one sexy mama that would rock his world. What you have to understand about modern day fan service in anime is that it takes more risk. It's not afraid of being right in your face, and they are using more Western ideas of being sexy. Okay. Now, you see, while in Japan, the idea of beauty is the long black hair, slim body with bright white skin, right? Usually slim. In the West, the idea of beauty is more about the hourglass figure, having a more round body, bigger tatas, and a big behind. You guys know what I'm talking about. So you could say that they are taking ideas from Western prawn. Yes, I said Western prawn. Get it? Prawn. Now, let's take a look at something like My Dress Up Darling, because this anime took the internet by storm, and Marin Kitagawa became the internet's girlfriend. You know, although the story seemed very wholesome, the anime takes horniness to another level when Marin abuses Gojo by taking her clothes off in front of him while he had to pretend, right? Well, he had to pretend he was not getting a boner. Right? Romance anime from the 2000s was not known for doing this, but it looks like what is happening now is that many manga artists are using those same ideas from the 2000s and finding different ways to make your eggplant grow. Some would call this a cactus. I hate that word. Seriously. And then, of course, we have anime that take it to a whole new level using sexy parts as a weapon. Yes, you guessed it. I'm talking about Keijo. Now, this admin had me dying. Okay, that scene when the girls have dumbbells between their butt cheeks, it still has me freaking dying, man. Okay, and this is what I mean when I say that modern anime is taking more risks and really amplifying the sexiness in anime. Okay. That being said, most of the mainstream anime like My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto, or Bleach, they don't have much fan service because, you know, there's so much action that they don't need it. They don't need it. Was there any fan service in Death Note? I don't think so. Why, you might be asking? Because the story was so good that there was no need for it. Okay? Many anime use fan service when the story is lacking, and this is the lazy part of anime. Many manga artists will use fan service to keep your attention and to give them enough time to come up with better ideas for the story. Yeah, that's it. So is fan service ruining anime? Now, I would say no, because there are still so many great anime out there. Fan service is commonly used in slice of life and romance comedy anime. And I will say it again, they are taking more risks with fan service, so you also have to remember that it makes more money. I mean, for God's sakes, have you seen the Chainsaw Man power figurine? Oh my goodness! What about the Tifa figurine doing the Jacko pose? You know that one sold, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of copies. Well, whatever your thoughts are, make sure to comment below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. It's your boy, Animatrix. Thank you for watching, everybody. Godspeed.